Hello, welcome to the third video of Chum and Son. I'm Son.
I'm Chum. How professional.
We've had a comment on our comments page on YouTube.
On the last video that we did,
on the last video that we
rant.
did, from superfan Aaron Small, who asked what. See, he's a super fan. I'm not a super fan. I just accidentally bumped into your video, and I thought I'd ask a question. But he asked the question of our thoughts on the 13th Doctor being a woman, what are your thoughts, Flynn, to start with?
I'm personally fine with it. I mean, we were just discussing, we're not particularly big fans of the Doctor Who franchise, and we don't really know too much about it. However...
No, I know loads about it, but I'm not a fan of it. No, I am a fan. Carry on.
All right.
I know loads about Doctor Who. Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, but yeah, honestly, I've got no issues with it at all. I think it's fine, with the woman being the 13th Doctor. Yeah, there's just no problems with it. And I think I briefly remember you mentioning it the other day, how they've sort of done it before. They've made a villain, a villain Time Lord into a woman.
Yeah, they made the Master into a woman, and I think that went down well.
Why can't they just do that again?
Yeah. I just want to clear something up. I used to love Doctor Who. I used to follow Tom Baker's Doctor Who when I was a kid. I loved Tom Baker, and I watched all the Peter Davidson ones as well. But after that, I just went off it. And I think the problem with and you kind of watched it with David Tennant, didn't you?
Yeah,
you watched it a bit with David Tennant and the guy before that who did a season.
Yeah,
it's a disgrace. I can't remember his name. He's a northern bastard. I can't think of his name. Offhand.
Don't say that.
What's his name?
I don't know. This is not something we need to get wrapped up
No, we don't need to get
now.
wrapped up about. We're meant to be fountains of knowledge. But anyway, when Chum was younger, he was quite into it as well. We're not massive super fans of Doctor Who. I want to clear that up, but we know enough about it. Going on to the woman Doctor, that's fantastic. They've done it with the last two Star Wars films. I've had women as main characters and a lot of diversity thrown in there as well. And it's great. I don't see a problem with any of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Chum? Yeah.
Well, I mean, as I said earlier, I'm fine with it. I think woman roles are becoming more of a thing. I am when I go to the film cinemas and that, I do see more women roles, if you know what I mean. But there is still, I don't know, some things maybe just although it is being more common, I find that sometimes there are roles or some things that are a bit I don't know, there could be a woman there instead of a man, if you know what I mean. Also, one thing I want to point out: the newest Ghostbusters film with with all four of them being women.
Yeah.
You got your Ghostbusters. Didn't realise that, but yeah, that was I think that was pretty good. I mean, I still enjoyed the film, but yeah, and all of them being women, I didn't find a problem with that either. They're all likeable characters, and yeah. Yeah,
I was never that. But with the original Ghostbusters, I liked the original Ghostbusters, and Ghostbusters 2 was okay, but I was never that bothered. And when they made a film with the women in, I've got no problem with that either. That had some terrible backlash online.
Did it?
My giddy eye. It was to be honest, it was a bit of a disgrace the way people reacted to it. It doesn't matter. We'll come out. It just annoys me. It doesn't I don't know. When I was a kid, typically 90% of films and TV, probably more than that, it was a white guy doing stuff. That was it. They all were Stringfellow Hawk from Airwolf, the A-Team, except for Bear,
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, it would have never been an issue for me. And that's going back to the 80s when things were different. Things were a lot different. But it was never. I think I had a fantastic upbringing. So even then, it was never a problem. And if anything, I remember watching The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I don't know who was in it. It was I was obsessed with having a raft. I wanted to be Huckleberry Finn for a while, and I built a raft out of Lego and had this guy on it. And I actually recreated it. My favourite character in that was a slave that they were protecting. Maybe when I was that kid, I was subconsciously thinking, there's not enough diversity. It's great now. It's great. It doesn't bother me. I think it's fantastic. In all sense of the word. People moaned about Star Wars, the new Star Wars, but I think you need that. You need to have different things. You need to have a female lead occasionally. Whenever I play games like Dragon Age and things like that, sometimes I'll be a guy, sometimes I'll be a woman. I might be mixed race. I might be an alien. Whatever, or when I'm Dragon Age, but on Mass Effect and that, I might be an alien character, or I might like the alien characters better. It just doesn't matter. Don't mean a damn, does it really? I don't want to be myself when I'm doing everything. I don't want to be me in a game. I want to, see it from a perspective. It's interesting playing a game in a female perspective. Just going off of the tangent anyway. Sir?
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff said there. I think, yet again, you've gone in your things where you cover pretty much everything. Yeah. But, well, yeah, also you touched on about different races as well as genders. I mean, we didn't really want to touch on that too much because, I don't know, there's a lot of... don't get me wrong, I'm fine with it, and so is my son here. We're both fine with more, other race people being in the lead roles, but we don't really want to touch on it too much because, especially at the moment, it can be a very touchy subject, and I don't know, we just didn't really want to delve into it too much because we didn't want anything we said to be misconstrued.
Right, because that's the problem. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But basically, we're not. To go back to the original question about Doctor Who being a woman, fantastic. We want to see more of it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'd love? I'd love a really good female role written for a female, in mind, not just take over, like
original roles.
Rey's essentially Luke Skywalker, isn't she? She's like the same as Luke Skywalker. This Doctor is going to be just a female Doctor.
Although in Rogue One,
we need better roles for people from for just people in general. We need writers to be encouraged from different. It doesn't have to be the same people. I suppose this is a problem that stems all the way up to Hollywood on that. But we can't control that.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What?
Sorry, I keep going off on one.
Nah, it's fine. Honestly,
that's
what we do.
While stroking Ruster.
Yeah, he's got a Rusty there. Yes, again, our dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't be concerned about the hand movements. Don't worry, nothing's going on.
See if we can get her out.
See if we can. Yeah,
she's not.
Oh,
hey,
hello, you.
Hey, look at that, Rusty on YouTube. That's the whole point of this video. We just wanted to get Rusty on YouTube temporarily.
Yeah.
A dog, a great dog. She even turned around suspiciously like, "What the hell are you doing?" Yeah. Let's talk about something else now. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we're not bothered about the last question. We're happy. I like the way the world with what's happening in America at the minute. The world could go the other way, but I'll fight every last breath for it not to. I swear to God, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the world's changing for the better. We don't need people. No offense, but the current president, we don't need people like that messing it all up. Potentially he could, but anyway, let's just talk. Let's forget about that now. It's all a bit too serious for us. Let's talk about what's the best film you've seen this year, Flynn, so far, in your opinion.
I don't know. Probably Dunkirk, to be honest. That was a very good film.
I was going to say.
Dunkirk. Well, there's that. That was a very good film. It was a very emotional film, and I mean, though I really, really liked it, it really put me down in the dumps for a bit. I was really upset once I finished watching it, and but one film that didn't do that I saw that I really liked was Spider-Man: Homecoming, which I thought was which is the new Marvel film of this year, or one of them. And yeah, I thought it was really good. I like the sort of, because Peter Parker, he's very. It does sort of show him as he is in the comics. I think this is the best Peter Parker we have had yet.
Agreed.
In the cinematic universe and that, but and also I like how I think we were discussing this the other day. His friend Ned. I mean, I know that he's based off of the other the Spider-Man after him. I know it was based off of one of his friends, but I'm glad they put him with Peter Parker because I don't know, like, because Peter Parker's like friends and that aren't particularly interesting. Like there's I don't know, there's Harry Osborn who's like that rich kid who's just sort of there, and yeah, and then there's Mary Jane who's sort of the person who he keeps like I don't know, keeps going out with, and then things go south, and then it keeps I don't know recycling that, but yeah,
superheroes shouldn't have partners. There we go.
Yeah.
They should never get married. They should never. They made a commitment. They should never ever do anything other than that. They can have friends like Ned who were good on. You should always have a friend who's good on computers. I was doing that before because I got all dog hairs in my face while he was talking. You just wondered what I was doing. I was calling dog hairs. You're right about what you said about Ned. I'd like to see a solo film with Ned in it. I thought he was fantastic. That I really enjoyed Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I'm glad that Sony had the good sense to involve Marvel Cinematic Universe and the creators and that in that. But whether how that will last, again, I saw an article in the paper the other day that they're talking about making a Venom film. And Sinister Six, they're obsessed with the Sinister Six. Sony, you can't have a Sinister Six film until you've built up the universe with Spider-Man. You can't do it. You've got to.
yeah,
Just need to roll. Oh, we want to make our millions from a Sinister Six film. Don't do it. Don't just be patient. That's what I'm trying to say. Be patient.
Sorry if you have headphones in.
I'm just scared the dog then, but I am sick of it. We don't want a Sinister Six film. Not yet. Not until there's at least 6 good films in a franchise building up to something. And let this Tom Holland grow up a bit, be a Spider-Man for a few years. And then do a Sinister Six film and do it right. Follow the comics a little bit. I'm sorry for scaring you, Rust.
Yeah, once again, sorry if
I'm
you had
scared the
headphones
dogs a
in.
bit then, but I wanted to shout because it makes me angry.
Yeah, you probably damaged people with that.
But yeah,
like they probably damaged their eardrums.
Glenn's right about Dunkirk. Dunkirk's brilliant. Some people will think it's weird because the characters in it are just there for the ride. Really, they're in a horrendous situation. You don't really learn that much about the characters. You kind of have to fill in the gaps yourself. The star of the show, Dunkirk, it's not really a star. It's an horrendous. It's an horrendous situation that they throw people into, and that's what it is. That's what it is. You couldn't give an Oscar to any of the actors and actresses in Dunkirk because they're just they're just acting. The star of it is the story and the the feel of it, the mood, just everything, the whole mood of the film. I'd give it a best film award, best film Oscar. I really would. No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
That's the thing with like the film industry and that they all want their like dramatic stories, if you know what I mean. They want like their love stories in these war situations. So, like it's not all about that. It was like as Dunkirk shows, it's just shows about a horrible situation and how people are trying to survive in this bad place that they've been put in.
Yeah, it's terrible. It really is. And it shows heroes from all walks of life as well. I'm not going to spoil it for you anyway. Go and see it. It's brilliant. Spider-Man: Homecoming. I don't know whether that's still on at cinemas now, but that was great as well.
Yeah, that was very
We
good.
had Guardians of the Galaxy 2 this year. That was good.
Oh yeah, we did. That was very good.
Wonder Woman was good.
Wonder Woman was
DC have done a good film.
Yeah, I mean they did. Yeah, they did Man of Steel, which was like meh. They did Suicide Squad, which was and well, it was like Suicide Squad was good for like the first 20 minutes. Then it just sort of went downhill. I mean, it was like a music video for like the first 5.
You enjoyed the first 20 minutes.
I don't know. The first 20 minutes was alright, but it was
a headache.
I mean, just sort of the introduction of them was alright, but then it just sort of went downhill.
Did.
Yeah, and then Batman vs Superman. Don't get me started on that.
We could do it. In fact, we
could
should just do a whole video moaning about Batman.
Oh god,
I did one ages ago, which I put on Facebook. But we should do one together because there's so many.
There's so many bad things about it.
That film should have been the next best thing after the birth of my son. That should have been the next thing. Do you know what I mean? It should have been like two.
Also,
I love Marvel, but DC characters are amazing. Batman and Superman.
Also, like when they brought it out, it wasn't very good because they started this new franchise. Like they got rid of the old Batman, like in the Dark Knight trilogy, which I thought was a big mistake. The Dark Knight trilogy was amazing, but like with Batman v Superman, that was the second film in the franchise they made. Man of Steel, which was an introduction of Superman, and then they made Batman vs Superman. They hadn't even introduced Batman into this franchise yet. I mean, though everyone knows Batman's origins and that, I don't think they'll need to show Batman's origins. I mean, in Spider-Man Homecoming, like I mentioned earlier, they didn't show Peter Parker's origins because everyone knows it at this point. Like, yeah. But with, like, they just sort of rushed Batman into it. And also, in the trailer, one thing I don't like is that this is the first like film that Batman's appearing in this franchise, and he says that he's getting tired of his old age, and it's like, come on, you're getting old already. Like,
yeah,
if he's getting tired of his old age, that means that he's not going to be in much.
Batman sort of, when he's at his peak, he's about 35, early 30s. He's in his early 30s when he's in his peak. He's not like a young man anyway. He's always got like kids running around after him, like the Robins and Batgirl and that. He's. I think Affleck, although Affleck's like 50 or something, he's not like he could have been Batman for another 5 years easily. I don't know why. I don't know why they made him this old grumpy sod who kills. Doesn't seem to be that bothered about it. Kind of one of the biggest qualms I've got about all the Batman. About every Batman film ever made. You get the Tim Burton ones where he shoots machine guns out of vehicles. You know, this is Batman here. He doesn't like machine guns. He's got all these.
Look at that nose.
Then you've got the Christian Bale ones where it's all a bit serious. Good films, but you just. I see how I cut out the George Clooney and other ones. They're all the same thing to me. She's got dog hairs all over her nose now as well.
She's covering your face now. But
to cut a long story short, in the Bale ones, they retired Batman for 8 years. Batman had never retired, and you get this now with Ben Affleck, who was decent. He was decent, but the film was just all over the shop. You couldn't. I hate dark films as well, where you can't see what's going on.
Oh yeah, I struggled to see it at certain points. It was. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest disappointments of my life, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
And we will do another video. We'll do a video on here, and we will just moan about it.
Yeah.
And there'll be loads of spoilers on it, like loads.
Yeah. So just like pre-spoiler warning for that. There'll be a lot.
Yeah, there'll be a lot. I'm going to do a demonstration. We sat through that film. I had Flynn the one side of me, this other kid the other. Those other kids just looked confused and bored. The end of the film came. We'll do a reenactment of the end of BVS with me and Flynn. And Amanda was asleep. She was at the end. She was asleep at this point. I turned to Flynn and I went, "So Flynn, what was the best part of the film for you?"
Credits.
The end credits.
The end credits.
That was his favourite part of Batman v Superman. And this is a guy who'd been brainwashed by Batman, especially. I was like, "You've got to watch all. Batman's awesome." And you were brainwashed, weren't you, son? And that was your answer.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
The credits. I'd say the warehouse scene where Batman smashes stuff up. That's really
good. The warehouse scene's good, but I mean that's about it.
But I watched that on YouTube. I could have just saved like 20 quid or something and watched the best part of the film on YouTube.
We're dwelling a lot in Batman v Superman now.
What's that, mate?
We're dwelling a lot into Batman v Superman.
Well, we're dwelling on because there's a lot of disappointments in the world.
There's a lot, yeah.
And we'll cover a lot of it. We're going to talk about our disappointments in the next video, I think.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
Have you got any more else that you want to say, sir?
Nothing really. Yeah. So
that's it. We've managed. This was going to be a 10-minute video, and we're 19 minutes.
Almost breaking the 20-minute mark. Almost.
Ridiculous.
Anyway. So basically, quick end summary. Favourite films of the year. There's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is up there. Spider-Man Homecoming, Dunkirk. Wonder Woman was actually pretty good. I don't know. Would you say it's one of your favourite films this year?
No, it's a 7. I'd say it's a 7, and I'd say Guardians is probably a 7.5 to an 8. I think Guardians 2 was good, but it wasn't massively memorable. It was a good Marvel film. Wonder Woman was good. Too much CGI at the end. Just like at the end, But you know, you've got to remember this is the first woman directed film with a main character as a woman, and it
the lead's a woman. That's very good.
It made a ton of money. So I'll tell you what, from that perspective, it's the best film of the year for me. That's what I want to see. But actually, the film itself, putting it in context to all these other superhero films that they keep making all the damn time, it's somewhere middle to top. It's not the best. It's not the best.
Yeah, and also we're fine with like women being like in films, and we want to see more of it. Frankly, like, I mean, though it is like getting better, and also especially with like the Star Wars franchise, with Rogue One having so much diverse people. Same with Force Awakens. Like, we're fine with women leads. We're fine with people of foreign ethnicity, like them being leads as well. We're fine with all of that, and so yeah. That's just a quick summary, and I suppose we'll see you in the next video, I hope. Please drop a like if you like it, and leave in the comments down below if what else you want to see, so like question-wise. So like, I don't know, just stuff you want us to talk about and hear our say on.
And if we've managed to offend anyone as well, we apologise in advance, but put in the comments what we've said, and we'll apologise in the next video.
Yeah.
I don't think we've said anything particularly, you know, it was a difficult subject to cover.
Yeah.
But we want to see more, don't we?
We do.
We want to see different things. And as much as we love superhero films, and unfortunately, that is what we'll mostly cover. This is what, you know, that's what I have to look at while I'm doing these videos. There's loving eyes. Oh, it's ridiculous. But that's what, you know, that's what we'll mostly cover, even though I'm kind of moaning about it. We will just cover superhero films.
Yeah, mostly.
That's what the world's all about. And I love them, don't get me wrong. And so, you know, we do love them.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the time. This is the time. Yeah. Anyway, subscribe.
Subscribe, please. If you like us. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want, but I mean, we would strongly advise it. Drop a like if you like this video. If you didn't like it, don't put a dislike. As I said before, leave in the comments what you want to see us do, want to see us talk about, and all that stuff. And see you in the next video. Okay, bye.